so it is December the 7th, and I am going to give you guys a week's worth of meals, but they are winter inspired meals. Things that you can try in this winter season that you wouldn't typically try if it was like warm outside. Because you know, we've got, of course, we got 4 seasons, but a lot of people, like here in North Carolina, it is like cold from, I would say, November up until May. So these are some ideas that you can try, because you get sick of eating soups all the time, and soups are good, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you just want some more vegetables, especially when you're trying to fight colds and different things like that, and you just want that comfort food. So I'm going to give you guys a week's worth of meals that I'm going to feed my large family of 11 for 1 week. So tonight is Thursday. Last night I did a really good meal, and I wish I would have recorded it, but that was the past. It doesn't matter. I'll make it again. Everybody loved it. It was the Marry Me chicken with Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo. It turned out really, really good. So that's a recipe that you guys can try. It was so, so good. But tonight we're gonna do some baked, well, they're grilled steaks, but they're gonna be baked in a full packet. So I've already seasoned them up and marinated. I'm gonna show you guys how they look. I've got some New York strips, and I'm gonna put butter and onion and fold them up, and I'm gonna put them on the grill and let them slow cook on about 325 degrees until they are ready. And that's gonna be like a baked steak. You can add mushrooms, you can add veggies if you want to, but I'm just gonna do the onions and butter to mine. I'm gonna do some creamed spinach and turnip greens. These are fresh turnip greens that I froze half of them from Thanksgiving. I didn't cook all of them. Excuse me, on my ear. And so I'm doing creamed spinach and turnip greens. I'm doing some baked corn, butter sweet corn. And then, of course, I'm going to do some of my cheddar au gratin potatoes that I always make around this time of the year. And I also make it for our Christmas dinner. So I'm going to share those recipes with you, and we've got more recipes coming. I also am making some sugar cookies. I've already made up the dough and had it chilling. I'm actually fixing to just throw them on a cookie sheet and bake them. No, sir. Thank you. My little helper. Because it's softened. Why is the butter smushy? Okay, so I've got my potatoes. My potatoes are boiling, and then you're going to cook the potatoes till they're fork tender, like if you were making potato salad. You don't want to overcook them like you're doing mashed potatoes, because you want them to still have a firm consistency. And they'll take about 30 minutes. It just all depends on the size that you want. I did mine kind of big cubes, and I'm gonna give you the recipe for the cheese sauce, and then it bakes in the oven. So these are some simple recipes that you can make in advance and put it in the freezer or put it in the refrigerator, or you can make it the same night. So let's get started. Okay, so here is my corn. I've got 1 stick of butter. This was the frozen corn. 1 stick of butter, a half a cup of brown sugar, and just some salt and pepper. That's all you need. And this is going to go in an oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. And that is it. That is it. And it's going to be so, so good. It's going to taste like you've shucked it and you've sauteed it on the stove. And you can add whatever you want. You can add onions, you can add bacon to it and take it to the next level. Okay, so like I told you before, these are my potatoes. They've been cooking about 20 minutes. They are ready. I'm going to drain them and let them cool and set it to the side. There's nothing else that needs to be done to it. You don't need to add any seasonings or anything at this process. Just drain your water. So over here, I wanted to show you guys, this is how the consistency of your turnips. I cooked my turnips, of course, first because they would take longer, and spinach does not take but like literally a minute, 2 minutes on the stove. So I drained the juice from the turnips, and I just added 2 bags of frozen spinach, and I've got it sitting over to the side because I don't need to do anything else to it until I get ready to add the cream and the cheese. Okay, so I got my sugar cookies on my tray. I'm going to bake these in a 350-degree oven for about 15 to 18 minutes. to tell you guys too that this is not like a special recipe that I made. It was just a basic sugar cookie recipe that I just followed. So it's not like my recipe. So you could just find whatever recipe that you want. But the recipe that I'm going to give you is for the icing for the cookies. This is royal icing. So you'll need cream of tartar, 2 large egg whites. So just, of course, 2 large eggs, and just take the whites out of them, and 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and then 3 cups of powdered sugar. And we're going to just whip that together. You can add sprinkles to it once it's ready. And I'm going to do the red because I think it will be fitting, like a little Santa looking red and white. That's my theme anyway for my buffalo check slash plaid, and yeah. So yeah, and then I'm going to do, my family really loved the windows that I made, the little Christmas windows pretzels. So I'm going to do little wreaths this time with some sticks, and I'm just going to leave those plain and add some sprinkles to that. And yeah, that's going to be a little sweet dessert. That's another thing. I do love making desserts for my family year round, but around Christmas time, I really like to make some sweet treats for them because we love sweets around here. And why not make them when it's holiday season? Okay guys, so now we are about to make our cheese sauce. You will need 1 stick of unsalted butter. You want that to melt all the way. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. You want to whisk that, get a whisk, and whisk it all the way in till you see no more flour. And you want that to come to a little bubble. That means that the flour has cooked out of it. And now we just have what is called a roux. And that's just flour and butter. And now we're going to add 1 cup of whole milk, and we'll let that cook and thicken up just a little bit, and then we'll add an additional cup of milk. So a total of 2 cups of milk, stick of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 cups of milk. And you're just going to let that thicken up. It'll take about 5 minutes. Then you're going to add your cheese of choice. I'm doing sharp cheddar cheese because that's what we just like. I like the saltiness to it, but you add whatever cheese that you want. And we're going to let that simmer for a minute. You don't want it to continue to cook because your cheese will burn and it'll stick and it'll be a disaster. Put a little bit of seasoning. I'm doing chicken bouillon seasoning. I think it tastes so much better. It just increases the flavor. That's what I use also in my mac and cheese. And then you'll just use a little bit of black pepper, and that is it. On your now you drained your potatoes. You want to spray a casserole dish and put your potatoes in it. Pour your cheese sauce on top, and add cheese on top, and put it in a 375-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And take it out, and it will be bubbly and so delicious. Okay, now on to our turnips and spinach, creamed turnips and spinach. I told you guys earlier that I just cooked my turnips separately because turnips are different than spinach. Spinach takes literally 5 minutes, and turnips take about 45 minutes to cook them, and you want your turnips to be cooked. I just season it with some chicken bouillon seasoning, garlic pepper, black pepper, just my normal seasonings that I use, and mix this in. I didn't put any seasoning on, of course, the spinach because I had enough seasoning already on. I just mixed everything up in the same juice. You're just going to add heavy cream. Add heavy cream, mix it up very well. You don't top it with anything, and you're going to bake this in the oven until about 15-20 minutes, until your spinach is fully cooked, and it is going to be creamy and delicious. I'm telling you guys, it may look nasty, but my family loved it. It was so good. And some of my kids said it tastes like spinach and artichoke dip without the, I guess, cheese. But we didn't need the cheese because we had so much flavor. And yeah, it was such a good side dish. And it is definitely a side dish for the season of life that we're in, with all these colds and stuff, we need all the vitamins and nutrients that's in these greens. So now on to this grilled slow roasted steak. I marinated some New York strips about 2 hours ago, and then I cut up my sweet Baldelia onions. You can do red onions, you can do, like I said, mushrooms, all of the good stuff, and veggies. I'm just doing onions and meat. So I've got my foil, and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do it. But you're just gonna get your foil and take it out, of course, according to the size of your steak. Move this onion over here. And this is going on the grill. If you're going to do it in the oven, I would recommend sauteing your steak first to get a nice crispy crust. And then for about, you know, a minute or two on each side, depending on how you like your steak, and then put it in the oven. So I'm just going to take a steak. Y'all, raw meat is just so nasty, but it's so good to eat. And I got some onions on there, and I'm just going to wrap it nice and tight, just like that. And I'm going to do the rest of them. And you can do this with chicken as well, pork, but it's steak tonight, so we're doing steak. Now onto our royal icing. Yes, this is how it's gonna look. I didn't know how it was gonna turn out, because I was just like, when I first started in there, I've never been just like amazing with what is it, I can't even think of the name right now. Meringue. So I was just kind of skeptical, but it turned out amazing. And I did half strawberry with red food coloring, and then just the plain icing. And I'm gonna icing up the cookies, and this is how everything turned out. My family loved them. I ended up making them the next day as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this portion of the video. Dinner is served. Everybody loved the food. It was so good. It was cold outside, and it was perfect for this meal. And I will see you guys tomorrow with more food to come. Guys, so it is that time again. It is dinner time. So tonight is night 2 of What's for Dinner in the month of December. Coming to the end of the year, I want to share some wintry recipes and also some nice ideas, excuse me y'all, itching, for you to put on your table for these upcoming weeks that a lot of family likes to celebrate and like to have parties and different stuff like that. So I'm not going to show everything tonight, but I'm going to tell you what I'm making, and then I'm going to show you the ingredients, and yeah, go from there. So tonight is going to be an Asian salad. I'm doing some cream cheese wontons and some chicken and veggie egg rolls. And so I'm taking a shortcut, of course, on my chicken for my salad. I have some frozen chicken already, so I'm just going to put some oil in the pan and saute that up with this marinade that I'm going to show you. And then, of course, I'm going to show you the lettuce and stuff and all the ingredients for the salad. But this is one of those meals that I always make around this time of year. I don't know why. It's just That's just how it is. You can also pair this with like some dumplings. I just went to Target today to get the things I had, and they had just like a small quantity of dumplings, and they were not actually the dumplings that I usually buy. I usually get them from Trader Joe's and or Harris Teeter, and I was not trying to go to any of those stores because it's Christmas time, y'all. Stores are swamped, I'm telling you. But anyway, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But I'm going to show you the ingredients. For our salad, I got just the Italian blend because we like romaine lettuce, and there's some radicchio in there, and I like radicchio with my salad. You need mandarin oranges drained. So I did a pack. This is a 4-pack, just the mandarin oranges that you purchase like to get for the give kids in the little vacuum seal containers or whatever. Of course, you need some salad topper wonton crunchy little wonton strips, and that is it. And then chicken. It's one thing that I do like to use with this is some sesame seeds, but I was out of sesame seeds and I forgot to grab some at Target. But the sesame seeds don't add flavor. I usually buy the black sesame seeds. I just love the way it looks. And then, of course, I have this mandarin dressing that I'm going to kind of doctor up. I'm going to taste it first and see if it needs anything. This is a sauce, so I'm going to add just a couple of different things to make it like a dressing. And that is it for the salad portion. And then, of course, the chicken. Now on to this vinaigrette that I'm going to make for my chicken. You need some soy sauce. I'm doing the reduced sodium because I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm going to do the salt, pepper, garlic, of course, some garlic pepper, some onion powder, a little bit of lime juice. You can do a fresh lime, but I had lime juice, so. And then, of course, I have some of this crunchy chili oil, and it's really, really good, and just a drop of brown sugar. And that is it for the marinade for our chicken. This marinade will go on your chicken if it's I'm putting it on my chicken while because it's already cooked, so I'm going to put it over my chicken once it's finished to create like a little sauce, but it's not going to be too much. I don't want it to be saucy because we are having a salad, so I want it to kind of cling to the chicken, so I'm not going to make too much sauce. And then for our cream cheese wonton, I'm going to use sweet chili Thai sauce, of course, for the dipping sauce. Got some more of this plain whipped cream cheese because it's just easier to stuff into the wrappers. I'm going to add some ginger, a little bit of salt and pepper to it, and that is it. Now on to my chicken egg rolls. I've got this shredded carrots and cabbage. It's already cleaned. I just bought it in the bag by the salads, so that's easy. You can use a whole take the time and cut up a cabbage if you want to, but why when it's already cut up for you? I've got some fresh cilantro, and then I've got some cooked chicken. I cooked this chicken earlier just in some chicken broth and shredded it up, and then we're going to put some ginger and some spices in there, and then we're going to fry them up with, of course, these little egg roll wrappers. And that's it. Easy peasy. I'll show you guys how everything turns out for the salad. I'm going to whip that up really quick and put that in the refrigerator. I'm not going to add the wontons on top until last because you don't want them to get soggy. And that goes on top after you've put your chicken and stuff on there. And then I'm going to whip up these cream cheese wontons, and they're like the crab ragoon, but I don't like the crab ragoon. So I'm going to do my own little thing, and I may add a little bit of chicken to it, but I'll show you guys how they all turn out once I roll everything. And then, of course, you've got to pull out that fryer and deep fry it. I don't think that it will really work in an air fryer because it has to be submerged in oil, but if you know, let me know so I can try, because I hate frying. But I will pull out some vegetable oil in a heartbeat and fry something if I've got a taste for it. So yeah, so see y'all shortly.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean, yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, is Isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready?
I got the chicken ragoons because we didn't do crab, we did chicken. Got them wrapped, and then I got, of course, our chicken and cabbage egg rolls. So I'm gonna deep fry these, and I'm gonna serve everybody up. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
On a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas.
Guys, happy Sunday and welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I totally forgot, you guys, to record what I made for dinner, and I did something simple, so it's not that biggie, but I made the grinder sandwiches. That's the famous TikTok little thing. I did 3 large subs for my family, and then we had a baked potato on the side. So I totally forgot. We had been out and about all day, and we got up pretty late, so we ate pretty late. We ate at like 8 o'clock, and I'm like, no. But today is Sunday. We went to church, and we're back home. I'm making fried fish, fried chicken, fresh collard greens. They're cooking on the stove. Breaded okra and some cornbread. Something simple and easy. But I'll show you guys how everything looks, and then I'll be back with another recipe.
Friends and family, making angels in the sand. You and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Guys, and welcome back to my channel. So it is Monday, December the 11th, and it is 4:26, and so that means it is dinner time. So tonight I am doing chicken broccoli cheddar soup pot pie. I know that's like it's a lot to take in, but just think of the broccoli cheddar soup that is famous at Panera that everybody seems to love. Even if you never tried it, but you made your own, and it's so good. And that's rich and creamy. And then think of a chicken pie, which you just have like no vegetables, not a chicken pot pie with the vegetables, but a chicken pie with just like the crust and the creaminess with some delicious chicken. So we're going to combine that and make one dish. Okay, I'm pairing it with a fruit salad. I'm going to show you my refrigerator. I've already got the fruit washed and cleaned and put on the platters because I just feel like that would be a great side. And I'm going to make some cheesy ciabatta bread. Even though it'll have a crust, it's not going to have that much crust because it's more like a soup consistency pot pie. I have my dough in the refrigerator because I made some homemade pie crust. I couldn't even think of the name. I made homemade pie crust. That was just a recipe. I've never tried it before. It turned out good. I put it in my food processor. Butter, salt, flour, and a little water. That was it. So I don't have like a recipe of my own that I have made. I'll tell you guys how it tastes when I try it. I followed the instructions. I'm hoping that it turns out flaky and delicious like they say it did. Now on to dessert. I'm doing a strawberry cream cheese little wonton fried pie thing. And I'm going to show you guys the ingredients for that. But let's get started. Okay, so I've got some strawberries and blueberries, and I have some grapes and cantaloupe. This is the pie crust. Right here, it's going to be enough for one large pie. I want to go ahead and show you guys this easy dessert that I'm going to do first, and then I'll show you the ingredients that you need for your chicken broccoli cheddar pot pie. So I got these little wonton egg wrappers and whipped cream cheese and your favorite pie filling. I'm doing strawberry because strawberry that's what we wanted, and it's a bit sweeter. We're going to top it with some cinnamon sugar, and that is it. Now in this cream cheese, all you'll need, because we're going to deep fry it, we're not making like a, I'm going to add an egg and some sugar to it and vanilla. That's it. But that's all you'll need for this. Yep. That's all you need for the dessert portion. And we'll deep fry it in some hot oil and all the bad stuff. And it'll be so, so good. Okay. So on to our pot pie. So over here I have my carrots, because you know, of course, in the broccoli cheddar soup, you have carrots. I have 1 whole diced onion. I've got some spices over here, some oregano, well, Italian seasoning, some Mediterranean seasoning, some black pepper, because I like a lot of black pepper in my broccoli cheddar soup, a little bit of brown sugar, some smoked paprika, and that is it. Now I've got broccoli cut up, and I went on and cooked some chicken. This is dark meat. You can do a rotisserie. I've done it with the rotisserie before, and it's so easy. I cooked this in advance and shredded it up. And you can use, I did legs and thighs, but you can use a whole chicken or you can use breast as well. It'll all taste wonderful. I have 4 cups of sharp cheddar cheese, and then this is the stock from my chicken. This is 4 cups of broth, give or take. We may not need all 4 cups, but we'll just see. You need, of course, some heavy cream and some cheddar cheese condensed soup, and then this broccoli cheddar condensed soup. And those are all the ingredients that you would need for this. It's so easy, but yet so delicious. Let's get to making this soup. Pot pie. Okay guys, so now on to our soup / pot pie. So we really, really enjoyed it. My family, honestly, they preferred just the soup, but it's fine. It's okay. It doesn't matter, because it was delicious. So what we're gonna do right now is saute our veggies and add our broccoli and our chicken and everything. You will, I forgot to show you guys, you will need water as well to add to your soup. And so once you add your broth, and you'll need about 2 to 3 cups of water, and just let it simmer, come up to a rolling boil, and then you're gonna add your cream and your soup mixed in together, and then add your cheese, top it with your pie crust, bake it in the oven until your pie crust is cooked golden brown, and that is it. And serve it up with some crusty cheesy bread, or cornbread, or crackers, or whatever you like. Now onto our little fried cream cheese or fried cheesecake rolls. They were so good. Now I will recommend not necessarily adding the egg, because it did make it kind of runny, but they were amazing. So you just add that sugar, vanilla, mix it up, fry it up, roll it in sugar, top it with the strawberry or cherry or blueberry or whatever topping. We love them. It was just like warm cheesecake in your mouth, covered in cinnamon and sugar and strawberry. They are definitely a hit, and it looks so Christmassy. So, oh my gosh, they're so good. My family has not tried them yet. They're getting ready to try, and they tell me what they think. But it is like fried cheesecake with strawberry topping, and it is so good. All we miss is vanilla ice cream, and you don't even need vanilla ice cream, because the creaminess of your sweet cream cheese, the cheesecake filling, so good. Definitely a must try. And they're perfect for Christmas time, because it's like the red. Guys, so that is a wrap for dinner. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys to end out this video tomorrow with our last meal of the week.
As he
Guys, and welcome back to my channel. So it is the last night for what is for dinner in the month of December. That just means I'm showing you guys a week worth of meals that I've prepared for the month of December to give you guys some ideas of how I cook in the winter months, and to give you guys some ideas with it being Christmas season that you can make some sweet, delicious treats and delicious meals that you typically don't make through the year. So tonight is, like I said, the last night, and this video was already like 30 minutes long. So I want you guys to watch the movie. I want you guys to watch it and enjoy it and not feel like you just gotta, you know, sit there forever and watch. Because I just, you know, sometimes it's like that. When you're busy doing something, a long video is just not something that you can do. So I'm just going to show you guys what I'm making and then show you guys the finished product of how everything comes out. And I've made this tons of times, but I've also made this a lot in the winter months. The only downfall that I would recommend for you guys to have is some cream for this recipe. I'm going to have my husband to pick that up. So I can't show you that, but make sure you get some cream because we're going to make like a creamy tomato-based sauce. And so let me show you what I got. I'm doing the meatball shells and cheese. I did that as like one of my first videos, guys. Hold on, let me take these brownies out. Got these homemade brownies, a recipe that I just found online, and I'll tell you guys how they turn out. And if they turn out good, I will definitely share the link with you. Back to what I was saying. So when I came out with like my first video on YouTube back in 2020, after I had my 8th baby, it was called meatball shells and cheese, I think it was. So I'm gonna make that tonight. It is such a cozy meal. It was like October, so it was cool at night, and it was just such a comforting meal. I'm gonna pair this with a salad, but you can pair it with whatever vegetable that you want. We just like having salad with any like pasta dish. These are homemade meatballs. It's just ground beef, and I did Total Seasoning that I found at this restaurant store. And it's just salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, oregano. Yeah. So I did that. 1 egg, some black pepper, some breadcrumbs, and that is it. And these are my meatballs. I use the same recipe each time. These are going to go in a 375-degree oven for 25 minutes. And I will add them in the sauce. They will be so juicy and so delicious. They will not be hard and crusty. Okay, so I have, of course, my 2 boxes of medium-sized shells. You'll need, of course, some of your favorite sauce. You can make it homemade. I also add a can of diced tomatoes in mine because we just like the tomatoes, the bite of the tomatoes. This has some creaminess in it, but not enough. You'll need, of course, 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 a cup of cream, just depending on how creamy you want your sauce. You won't taste it. It'll still be delicious. And then you'll need cheddar cheese. Doing, of course, my favorite. Sorry for my ashy hands, y'all. Been washing dishes. I'm doing white cheddar. This is this Vermont white cheddar. It's so good, y'all. It's so good. This is like my favorite cheese when I can find it. But I'm going to just shred it up and add it to the dish. You add a cup of cheese into the dish once everything is cooked, and then you top it and you bake it in the oven until it's just bubbly and cheesy. And then this is for my salad. So yeah. Oh, and I made breadsticks. This is garlic and Italian breadsticks. This is homemade. This is the same recipe that I always use. I will definitely put it in the link so you guys can have it, but they are in their 2nd rise. They're looking so good. And then that's the remaining. I just did a small loaf just in case somebody wants to just eat on some bread later on. So yeah. Show you guys how everything comes out, but this is not going to be the last video of the year. I still have one more video, well, 2 more videos. I'm going to put out a grocery haul of what my Christmas dinner will be, and so I'll be doing that video it will go out after this video, but please subscribe, like, and share. And thank you guys so much for supporting me, and all my new subscribers for coming over and joining our family. We are just so thankful that you guys come and subscribe to our channel. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas and spend time with your family and relax and just enjoy life. And I will see you guys next video. Bye.